Hello, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter here with the assembly guide for the Flip Flap Shutter card with envelope. I'm just showing you the finished version here before we crack on. And here's the envelope already assembled. And here's the card, which I've added some suggested decoration to. But as you can see, it's a standard tent fold card, but it has this flip flap mechanism on the front. And you've got 6 panelled areas that you can decorate. Now on the cutting file sets that you get, I've actually extended that piece so you don't see that white edge. I just wanted to point that out here. Now the decorative panels for that background I'll leave to one side for now. I've got the main card and then I've got the 3 flip flap pieces. Now you add the decorative layers to both sides. I suggest doing it at this point because it'll be tricky later on. And then with the top and bottom legs, you're going to fold one towards you and one back, as I'm showing you here. Do that for all 3. And then we're going to grab some glue, turn our piece over and apply glue to the sections I've just shown. And stick that to the left hand edge of the card. Next you're going to fold back the 2 extra leg pieces and just mark with a pencil where they end. And this will give us a guide to stick the next piece in place. So again, apply glue to just that small square, turn it over and stick it against or just very slightly to the left of those pencil marks. And then you're going to repeat that for the 3rd piece. So fold back the legs on the 2nd, make a pencil mark. Apply glue to the little squares, making sure that that cutout piece is on the left. And again, line this up with the pencil marks or just slightly to the left of. And by doing this, we're going to make sure that these will be able to pop out through the aperture on the top layer that we're going to do later on. Now that's in place, we can get those decorative background layers. On the thinnest piece, you'll apply some glue to the back and put it on the left hand edge. Once that's stuck, you'll fold back that first flap mechanism or flip flap mechanism. Apply glue to one of the 2 additional pieces that are the medium size. And then repeat that in the next space. And then for your final section, you'll have a bigger piece than I do, and this will cover the remainder of the card. When I was actually creating this, I made that a bit shorter to save on card or paper, but I realised I didn't need to, and I think it'll look much better with that whole area being covered. Now fold all your flaps back, and we're going to bring in the top layer. So we've got 2 apertures with the little ribbony pull tabs on the side. You're going to apply glue to the top of one. And then put the 2nd piece directly on top. Make sure it's all lined up. And then firmly press it down until it's fully stuck. This gives us a much firmer thing as the top layer and helps with the pulling mechanism. Then you're going to apply glue to the decorative layer that fits on top of that frame and position it and press down until it's stuck. Now we'll bring back the card and you can see that I've marked the 2 small squares on the right hand side of each flip flap piece. You're going to apply glue to each of those. Nowhere else. And then we're going to put that aperture directly on top. Make sure the right hand flip-flap mechanism pokes through the aperture. If it doesn't, it will cause you a problem opening the card. So just be sure of that. Now, believe it or not, that is the card fully assembled. Now it's just up to you to decorate the panels or the frame. Now for the envelope, because this is a large card, the envelope comes in different parts. So we've got the top part, which has got the upper flap and the central area. And then we've got the bottom flap, which is basically the same as the top flap. We're going to apply glue to the tab and stick that to the main envelope piece. And then you'll have two of these triangular pieces that are the same. So apply glue to the tab and stick that to one side of the envelope, and then it will follow that the other piece will go on the other side. Now just a note, if you are finding that your card gets a bit stuck when it's going inside, when you fold this closed, make sure that the flap that's got the tab on it goes towards the top. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So we'll fold the sides in, apply glue to the bottom edge of the side flaps and fold the base up. And you can see there was no tab on that bottom side. The tab is on the top. So when you're sliding your card in, it won't catch on that at the bottom, as you can see here. And there we go, all assembled. As I say, here's just a very quick serving suggestion, just a simple sentiment and mirrored floral decorations. And then on the back of those panels, I've just repeated the sentiment and then added some butterflies. It's up to you what you decorate it with though, of course. I hope you enjoy making this and, of course, giving it.